You can enable nudity? How does that even look in this game? Oh, wow. Okay.
So, you're the rookie. My name is Frank, but you can address me with my full title as Acclaimed Inferno Designer of the Forgotten Realms of Lower Hell. I earned that title through years of hard work, so be sure to remember it. Now, come here, concentrate, and take notes. The sooner we finish, the sooner you'll come in handy. To begin, you'll need to know how to navigate your circle of hell. There are several ways to do this. You can move the camera around freely and increase speed with the speed up button. Alternatively, you can drag the camera by moving the cursor to the edge of the screen. See which one suits you best. By the way, you don't have to commit to using one method. Use them as you please.
So, how does it look like censored? Oh, they put leaves. Okay, leaves are fine. I mean, you can hardly see what's going on down there anyway.
Okay, enough talking. We need iron, coal, and dirt. Give the ores to dig, and gather the necessary resources so we can move on. To start, choose the dig action, and decide which tiles to dig up. Bear in mind that most of the sinners are unqualified blockheads. They'll only complete tasks in places they can actually reach. Marking a tile to be dug up with no path to reach it won't work. You can always undo your orders though. Just use the cancel action and choose which tasks you want to stop. Want certain tasks to be prioritized over the others? Simply open the priority screen. The numbers you see mark each task's current priority. Increase or decrease it with the corresponding buttons. The higher the priority, the sooner the task is going to be completed. As long as it's possible, of course, for a sinner to reach the place. Now, since you have the basic know-how, get to work.
Let's check this. Oh, okay. It's too big. Maybe halfway. What are we needing now? How come he's not digging? What? Coal. how come I can't? Oh, I can't select them anymore. Like all of them at the same time. How come he's not digging though? Because he can't get there, or what's the deal? No, he's digging too. Okay. Cool. Oh, we're supposed to get a medal as well. I guess these are medals.
Gather the resources. Well then, you should start making good use of them, shouldn't you? In Hell, we care about one thing in particular: suffering. To generate it, you're going to need torture devices. For starters, let's build a simple one. How about an Iron Maiden? Select it by going to the Build menu at the bottom of the screen and choosing the Torches category. You can also use the shortcut button to open the menu. Select the Iron Maiden from the list of torture devices. Notice that each structure requires space, so you could clear out some rubble before building, but if you don't, your sitters will take care of freeing up room for building. So don't worry your pretty little hell manager here.
The question is, how do they get back up here? We better dig ourselves back up. There you go. How do you get back up? Wait, what?
It would be good to tell you how torturing works. Click on the Iron Maiden and I'll show you what's what. The structure name is at the very top of the card. Below it, a level indicating how many times you can upgrade the building. You can check the upgrade cost by hovering over the upgrade button. An upgrade can improve several things. It can shorten the work cycle, increase the amount of resources provided by the building, or change its effect on the sinners. If it's a torture device, the number of traits compatible with that machine may also increase. Further below, you'll find information about the structure's type and the time it needs to complete a cycle. What's a cycle, I hear you ask? Good question, Remy. In simple terms, you'll surely understand. A cycle is the time needed for a structure to generate resources. Keep in mind both the time required as well as the resource quantity vary between structures. The right-hand side of the card shows crucial information for each building. For torture devices, these are traits which are compatible with this device. As you can see, the Iron Maiden uses the blood trait. That means if you assign a sinner with that trait to it, you'll be able to squeeze additional suffering out from them each cycle. Look to the bottom left of the card now. That's the place where you assign sinners to structures. The number of slots determines how many sinners can be assigned. Now, let us pick an unlucky soul that will generate us some suffering. Finally. First, open the population screen. Either move your cursor to the icon and confirm your choice, or simply press the shortcut button. Lots of stuff here, right? This, in general, corresponds to the information on the individual sinner cards, accessed by selecting the sinners. From the left, dossier picture, condition, needs level, skills, status effects, scheduled tasks, special trait, and their deadly sin. Find someone who has the blood trait and select them to center the camera on them. Then close the population menu. Now drag and drop that sinner onto the Iron Maiden to start the torture. Hurry, hurry!
It's not working now. Drag and drop that sinner to the Iron Maiden.
I talk so much, I got better take care of those bastards before they perish and end up in limbo. What? Surprised you have to tend to the sinners. You see, we expand hell and gather suffering using sinners, and that can take its toll. Sometimes to the point of them perishing from exhaustion. In general, we shouldn't let that happen. After all, a sinner in limbo is of no use to us. So we feed them, let them drink, and sleep, just so we can exploit them forever. If we didn't do that, those worms would get used to the constant torturing, and we wouldn't be able to gather as much suffering. But I digress. Let's take a look at the structures we have in place to keep those rotting buggers working. Open the food category under the build action.
What did he want me to do? Older building. Okay.
Here's the rundown. On the left, you can select the product you want to manufacture. The lower a product is on the list, the more advanced it is, and the more requirements you have to meet in order to generate it. Above the structure panel, there are descriptions that will help you distinguish the types of buildings. Now for the structures. Generally speaking, to generate a resource, you need one building of each type: production, process, and provide. Let's use Smelly Goop as an example. Manufacturing a meal, even as basic as this, requires 3 buildings: a flesh farm to produce, a cauldron manned by Sinner to process, and a trough, which is used to provide the finished product. But the health circle we're in is not a basic one, so basic food will not suffice. Instead, we're going to produce some simple meals. 2 of the required buildings are already in place. That leaves the mushroom farm. Build it and be quick about it.
How the fuck am I gonna get up back up here now? I think I'm fucked. Oh, I guess we can use dirt. Where do you go? Oh, here's the ladder.
That's done, but at this pace we'll have to wait eons before the field kitchen cycle completes. Upgrade the mushroom farm so the process speeds up. Did you forget how that's done? Oh well, just open the mushroom farm's card and press the upgrade button. Now, add a center to the field kitchen so the production can start. Open the structure card and press the green plus icon under the center slot. Once done, someone will come and start cooking.
Open the structure card and press the green plus. I don't see that here. Currently working. Field kitchen is what he wants me to. Okay.
It's best to handpick a sinner who possesses the best cooking skills. Take your time, pick whoever. Ha! Kidding. You think I all day? Do as you're told and make it snappy.
She needs to take a dump from being tortured. So who can cooking? Oh, I see. So it would have to be Harry.
By carrying out a task over and over, sinners will become better at them, and their skill level will increase.
Already assigned a sinner to the fuel kitchen. Things happening.
Looks like I'm a great teacher, because so far, everything is going smoothly.
Nope.
Not that I'm expecting otherwise. You know how production processing providing works, so we can move on to the needs your sinners have. There are 4. Hunger, thirst, fatigue, and evacuation. We just talked about satisfying hunger. Thirst works in the same way. For fatigue, you need to build structures available in the rest category, like a big box or a bed. And to let sinners evacuate, you're going to need to build simple latrines. Fun fact, a simple latrine, the only structure that lets sinners relieve themselves, is also the one that provides the raw material for making the most basic thirst-quenching drink, dirty water.
That's so disgusting.
That's why evacuation doesn't have its own building category. Any questions? Just kidding. I wouldn't answer even if you had any.
Yay. This title screen though is pretty epic.
Now, let's get to the more intermediate part of the training. Focus up, rookie, because I don't like repeating myself. Most of the things are already in place, but I didn't have time to set up beds. I don't intend to have cardboard laying around in a circle of hell under my name, so place 2 beds anywhere you like. Wait, what the? Now, I'm certain that I already paid for the technology required to construct beds in this circle. Ah, never mind. You'll just have to unlock it yourself so we can move on. Right, I haven't explained research yet. That was a tiny oversight. Anyway, at first you have low-level authorization, so no unlocking is required for bit. Now, you need 2 buildings from the special category, a crystal refinery and the research stones. The former lets you collect green crystals, which, in turn, you're going to use to pay for new technologies using the latter.
I accidentally skipped. I guess even if you right click, it will skip the next thing. Where is the technology tab?
To build both, you're going to need a new resource. The essence gathered from sacrificing sinners. Now we're getting to the part that gets me excited. Remember me saying you need to take care of the sinners? Well, our magnificent master designed hell so thoughtfully that not only can we use sinners for all eternity, but we can also finish them off whenever we feel like and get rewarded for that too. But the better the condition of a sinner when you end them, the more essence you can extract. That's why it might be worthwhile to look after them after a point, so there are always those ready to be sacrificed. To obtain essence from a sinner, you can simply stop taking care of their needs and let them perish that way. But doing so will not yield you much essence. It's best to find someone in good shape, hover the cursor over them, open the menu that lets you finish off a sinner, and choose how you want to finish them. If one's not enough, finish off some more. But not all of them. Someone has to do the grunt work. Also, if there's an inspection and management finds out, we may get demoted for low productivity. Okay. Go on now, gather us some essence. this never gets old. Now, build both buildings, a crystal refinery and the research stones. Open the build menu and choose special structures to find them.
Oh. Wow, they can reach up. All the way up there. It's interesting.
Now that you have the buildings, start digging up some green crystals.
Where are these green crystals? I don't know where the green crystals are at. I don't see them. Hmm. Green crystals though. Shit. And this guy's not telling me where I can get the green. Oh, they're up here. Okay. It's gonna take forever to get those green crystals. How far up can they reach? This is a real test here. Oh, that's it. Shit. Okay, so how do we actually harvest these? Oh, more ladder.
Finished? Great. Open the technology panel by clicking the research stones or use the shortcut. Select bed to be researched and wait for it to complete. Just remember that waiting doesn't mean slacking off. Find something useful to do in the meantime. Let's quickly go through the rest of the building categories. Structures in the basic category will allow your sinners to move around your circle of hell more easily and build wherever you like. Decorations are items which emit auras. An aura from light sources will make your sinners work faster, but decreases the amount of suffering produced in torture devices. Buildings marked simply as decorations emit auras that increase the suffering from torture devices but make the sinners grow tired faster. To check an aura's area of effect, use the overlay buttons located in the bottom left corner of the screen. This is where we end our intermediate level training. Take some time to wrap your head around this, and I'll go grab a bite. I've trained some real cockroaches.